Be allowed to marry in Indiana. That debate continues tomorrow in Chicago.
A federal appeals court will hear arguments for and against the state's same-sex marriage ban. WSBT's James Fillmore's at the live desk tonight. And James, the court will also hear an appeal from Wisconsin.
Well, the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals is having a combined hearing, and that's why it's in Chicago, Jennifer. Bans were ruled unconstitutional in both states, but those decisions were appealed. Tomorrow's hearing is the next step. Joel Barrett lives in South Bend. He and his husband David have been together for 9 years. He says gay marriage is a right that people need to stop arguing about.
We should have the same opportunity as anybody else. There's no reason to discriminate. It doesn't have any impact or bearing on anybody else's marriage.
He and David got married in New York City, but were out of town when same-sex marriage briefly became legal in Indiana. He says not having their marriage recognized by Indiana impacts them in many ways. For example, they had to complete 5 different tax returns.
Because we had to do a joint federal, then we did 2 individual federals so that we could do 2 individual state. And, you know, we paid a lot of money for all of that.
Patrick Mangan is with Citizens for Community Values of Indiana. He calls same-sex marriage a monogamous abomination and hopes the federal appeals court in Chicago will stand up to the pro-gay marriage movement.
This is not like a legitimate civil rights movement. This is a special rights movement. And it's being led by activist judges.
He wants people to know that the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recently issued a report saying that 1.6% of the people surveyed identify as gay and lesbian. 0.7% consider themselves bisexual. Mangan believes it's becoming a battle of the minority versus the majority, and he says the majority of people in the state have already made it clear how they feel by voting to ban same-sex marriage.
We should all be concerned that our liberties and our freedom are at stake because of a vocal 1.6%.
Buses full of gay marriage supporters picked up people in Indianapolis and other places, and they're going to Chicago to be there tomorrow for that hearing. Now, some people think Indiana's gay marriage issue will eventually go to the Supreme Court. At the live desk, James Fillmore, WSBT, Channel 22 News.
Good Monday.